I don't know if I should. Oh yeah, by the way, this was a shirt to dry my hair. Use a shirt to dry your hair. But I don't know if I should film this. Do y'all see the camera quality change though? Like, I should be filming on my phone all the time. But I said the reason why I don't film on my phone a lot is because it takes a while to upload. Like I said, when I was in New York, videos was taking a day or two to upload. So Lord knows when this is going to be uploaded. But anyways, I was deciding on whether or not I should film this video on Twitch or if I should just upload it on YouTube. By the way, follow my Twitch. It's the same name that my YouTube name is Buttercup 2000. I just recently did like a live stream, I think like 3 days ago. And I got 3 followers. So that's pretty cool. But let's just get into this video topic that I really want to talk about, because it's just like, I have something to say and I'm tired of experiencing this. I'm tired of this happening to me. So we need to talk about it, right? This is not a diary entry update, by the way. And this is not supposed to be a video about my dating life. This is just, you know, me ranting. So let's talk about the egos of pubescent or adolescent males. Let's talk about the egos of males ages from like 16 to like 25, 18, like around those ages, like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's talk about their big ass fucking egos, right? Nothing in this world is worse than a boy's ego that has experienced a glow up. And the reason why I say glow up is because, to be honest, I feel like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I feel like truly there's no such thing as a glow up. Like, you know, I don't know like why people expect kids to be looking like fucking hot models and shit. Like, you know, you're a kid for a reason. There's a reason why you're not at that level yet. You feel me? So, and I just recently washed my hair, by the way. I just washed my hair. But literally, like, I don't know why people expect kids to be looking like hot models, but I don't think there's nothing like, sometimes I don't think glow up is like really a thing. Like, I do think it's a thing if you're over the age of like 16, but like, and you've changed past that point. But if you like grown up since you were like 8 years old, it's like, nah, you just hit puberty. Like, there's no such, like, did you glow up or did you grow up? Which one is it? But there's nothing worse than a boy's ego that has, in his own perspective, experienced a glow up and is working out at the gym. Like, nothing in this world is worse than their fucking egos. Like, their egos are so big. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with thinking you're the shit and thinking you're that bitch or that, you know, that man, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not arguing with that. But it's like, it starts to become a problem when you start to treat girls or women the way you treat them because you think you're the shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with thinking you're the shit. But if you start to treat people poorly because you think you're the shit, that's when it's like, all right. And like I said, a lot of these guys, they be thinking they, you know, they big man, They be thinking they all this, they all that. But it's like, to be honest, you only reach level 1. Like, you're not even at the final stage, the final level. You didn't even make it to the big boss. You at level 1. Like, calm down. Like, so basically, the reason why I'm saying all of this is because y'all know I've been on my what should I call it? Like, my teenage love conquest lately, where, well, not really love, but I've just been like, you know, talking to guys, exploring my options and seeing if, you know, if anyone sticks, if I can just, you know, go out on a date and have fun. And during this conquest, I've run into way too many guys who like I said, in their own point of view, experienced a glow up, right? Ow. Hold on, wait, y'all. Like, I would pause the video right now, but for some reason on Apple iPhones, you cannot pause the video, right? After all the things a lot of Apple iPhone users brag about what iPhones can do, you can't even pause the video. Anyways, ciao. So, yeah, while talking to a lot of these guys, something that I realized is that, you know, especially the ones who believe they were just like so fucking ugly or just not as cute or hot back then, you know, if they have in their eyes experienced a glow up, which let me describe to you guys what like a guy's glow up kind of looks like. I might not be 100% accurate because at the end of the day, I'm not a guy, but this is what I think a guy's glow up is. Muscles, number one, they start working out at the gym, they get taller, testosterone, their voice gets deeper, their voice drops, jawline, nice haircut, a little mustache, nice teeth, good clothes. Like, in their eyes, that's what a glow up is, right? So like I said, with these guys that quote unquote experience glow ups, like, their egos are just really, hold on, I think I should oil my hair first. But yeah, like there's this one guy that I'm talking to, and we're gonna give him a name, even though I don't think we should give him a name because I don't know if he's gonna be around for the long run. But his name is, we're gonna call him Mayo, right? We're gonna call him Mayo. So Mayo is exactly what I'm describing. Like, you know, and I've seen like past photos of him, right? So basically, did my mom put oil in this? She had to have put oil in this. This does not smell like, I don't know. But yeah, he believed he was ugly back then, and I've seen photos of him back then. Y'all, he did not look ugly. He just looked like he didn't hit puberty yet. Like, I don't know what it is with guys and believing they're ugly, but like, you weren't ugly. Like, he was cute, you know, he was a cute little boy, whatever, but he just didn't hit puberty, that's all. Jojoba oil, I love jojoba oil, but I'm only putting it in this so I can spread it throughout my hair a lot nicer and neater. But I'll see that. That's only a little bit. Ooh. But yeah, and you know, he said he was a nobody. He got bullied a lot, which I can definitely relate to. And you know, he just really didn't like himself back then. But you know, now, and he brags about his accomplishments a lot. So now he's like the captain for a track team. He works out, he has muscles now, he has a haircut, he has a little mustache, he got a little taller, his voice dropped, he doesn't wear glasses anymore, he wears contacts. Like, in his eyes, he's believed that he's had a glow up, and because he's had this glow up, he's thinking he's hot shit, which there's nothing wrong with that. But because he thinks he's hot shit, like, he's a little, like, he doesn't treat me like less than or anything like that, but he's a little bit like, just, he gets a little bit ahead of himself a lot of the time, right? Like, I'm telling you, their egos just be insane. And I just want to say this, like, it made me realize, like, talking to a lot of, you know, boys around my age, it just made me realize that it's so much more easier for guys to have self-esteem than girls. And yes, my nails are popping off. For some reason, y'all, the nails are not coming off. Like, the thumbs, they just don't want to leave. But it made me realize that, like, us teenage girls, we have a long way to go. And it just made me realize how much easier it is for them to become, like, to have high self-esteem. Because, usually around this age, like, you know, when you're going through puberty or whatever, your self-esteem is like in the garbage can. But like around my age, when you're like starting to get 18, 19, that's when, like, you know, self-esteem is supposed to pick back up, right? And that's what I'm seeing with a lot of the guys. Like, their self-esteem is, you know, skyrocketing. But us girls, when I talk to girls, it's like kind of still not the best. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's because we are raised in a male-dominated society. You know, recently me and my high school humanities English class, in my humanities class, my, you know, teacher was talking about how, you know, is it harder for women or men nowadays? And obviously I said women for various reasons, but he believed that it's harder for men nowadays because men, it's easy for them to have low self-esteem now because, you know, working out at the gym, men compare themselves to other men. That I forgot what else he was saying, that, you know, men suffer under capitalism. You know, you could be financially insecure as a man. They're not allowed to show their emotions. And by the way, you know, this teacher that I'm talking about, he is a white male, and I don't believe that's true. I feel like, if anything, it's a little bit easier for men nowadays. You could be gay if you want to. Like, your sexuality is not as judged. Of course, maybe in certain parts of America or in the world period, your sexuality is going to be a lot more judged. But at the end of the day, you could still be whoever you want to be, right? So sexuality is more accepted. Emotions are a lot more accepted. Like, people are starting to educate themselves more on the fact that, you know, we need to stop playing these gender roles and realize that we're human beings at the end of the day, that it's okay for men and little boys to cry because they are human beings and they have emotion, okay? And it kind of leads me to believe, are men naturally emotionless, or do we raise them and condition them to be this way? It's interesting because I always thought that men just naturally were just less in tune with their emotions than girls, but I'm starting to realize, are they naturally that way, or do we condition them to naturally be that way? Anyways, yeah, he was talking about all of that, and I was just kind of like, well, that's not true, because, you know, we're still in a male-dominated society, and in this male-dominated society, as a girl, I can especially say this, women are taught to be insecure for the rest of their lives. Like, yeah, you might be insecure, and then I feel like girls, like, start to get self-esteem a lot later. Like, what I'm noticing is that boys are starting to get high self-esteem and high confidence, self-confidence, very young. Like, around the ages of like 18, 17, 19, 20, 21, that, like, this is like their prime for them. But for girls, I feel like we don't get self-esteem until we're like in our early 30s and 20s. Like, we don't get our self-esteem, and even then you're still insecure, because even though, yeah, we starting to feel good about ourselves, it's like, shit, we're getting old, so we're always going to be insecure. You know, in this male-dominated society, girls are conditioned to be insecure, which is why the cosmetic industry, the makeup industry, the plastic surgery industry is booming right now, because, especially with social media, because women are always taught to be insecure about something. You know, we are in this physical, like, where we are right now, the world, not America and not the 7 continents, but the world, period, Earth within itself is a very physical playing field. We are in a physical world right now, right? We're physical. Like, I could touch this, I could feel it, I could hit it. It's physical, right? And naturally, which is something I could say for a fact, because we don't condition males to be this way, naturally men are more physically dominant. You know, they have bigger bodies, bigger bones, bigger body proportions, right? So naturally they have an advantage. So we are naturally, going off of science, in a male dominated society. which raises women to constantly be insecure about their physical features. But I feel like when it comes to men, you could be the ugliest man ever, as long as you're rich, you can get any girl you want. But let it be the reverse, and you're a girl and you're ugly. You're not going to be on top because you're still ugly, because women, we're taught that our looks is everything, you know, which is why these industries are so rich, you know. Like, for example, do y'all think Donald Trump is all that? Y'all think Elon Musk is all that? Do y'all think Jeff Bezos is all that? No, but it doesn't matter. He's still on top because he has money. You can't be a girl and have all that money and not look good or be socially acceptable feature-wise, you know? So, at the end of the day, yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know if I'm done talking about it. Am I? Yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with thinking you're the shit. Okay? I'm all here for egos and all of that. But it becomes an issue when you start treating people a certain way because you feel like you're the shit. You know? Like, for example, we can talk about this one guy, right? Jaden, I think I named him in one story time. If you've been watching me for a little bit, you would know who Jaden is. I mentioned him in some video back in like the summer, I think, or whatever. Or no, y'all could check out my birthday video. I think I posted it on my birthday, May 25th, around that era last year. I mentioned Jaden. And basically, Jaden's not really anybody important. He's just the boy I used to talk to back in the day because we had a class together and we hung out together like a couple of times. And yeah, shit ended because he distanced himself from me because, I don't know, he's a weirdo, right? Like, he was just a weirdo. I don't know what was wrong with him. I don't know, right? But when I was messing around with Jaden, right? Jaden was kind of chubby. He wasn't fat, but you can tell he still had his baby fat on him, his prepubescent fat on him, his childhood fat, you know. So he was a little bit on the chubby side. Nothing wrong with that because I was messing with him back then, so I didn't care. But you know, he's on the chubby side, whatever. Yeah, didn't have any muscles whatsoever, but you know, it's like he completely did a 180 because now if I look at him now, he completely changed. Like, he has muscles now, still not that tall, but you know, he's more defined, got a haircut. Like, I'm telling you, literally the haircut must come with the glow up package when it comes for guys. Like, literally the glow up package is some muscles, a haircut, and a mustache. That's literally it. Like, but, you know, he's completely changed. His physique has completely changed. And, you know, me and my friends was talking about, you know, guys I would date in the school. And one of my friends brought his name up, right? She brought his name up. And I was like, wait, Jaden? Like, girl, are you out your mind? Like, hell no. Like, no, I wouldn't go back. Like, he's not even an option. He didn't even make the cut in my mind. And she's like, why? I'm like, because, mind you, the thing with Jaden and the reason why I never really wanted to date him is because, mind you, back then, his ego was big. And now, his ego wasn't big due to his physique, because even then he was still aware that societal wise, he wasn't considered attractive, or like, he wasn't up there attractive wise because, of his physique. You feel me? So he knew that he had a long ways to go, but mentally he felt like he was like an elitist. He thought he was the smartest kid ever. Like, he had a big ego when it came to his mentality. So he would even like go as far as to like kind of, what do you call the word? Like, not assuming, but inquiring or implying. He would even go as far as to imply that he was smarter than me. So his ego was big, and that is a big turnoff for me, which is unfortunate because I always attract Leos and I'm attracted to Leos for some reason. But his ego was off the chain. And he wasn't even considered physically attractive that time. So I was like, if his ego was bad back then, imagine what his ego is now. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Like, no. He didn't even make the cut, although he looks good. And I can admit that, you know, I'm not a hater. Period. If you look good, you look good. But if his ego was like that back then, child, imagine what his ego looked like now. Like, imagine what his ego is now. Now that he, you know, got a little body, you know, legs and hips and body. Like, imagine what his ego is now that he's like, you know, like, considered that guy. Like, imagine. I'm not dealing with that. No. So yeah, at the end of the day, that's all I have to say is I'm starting to realize, you know, how guys grow up and how easier it is for guys to have, you know, not big egos, but a good self-esteem. You know, it's easy for guys to have good self-esteem this age because it's like, you don't really necessarily have to be good looking in the face as long as you have abs, a certain haircut, and a little mustache. You're good. You could even be broke and still look good and be considered, you know, good and have good self-esteem. And if you don't look good, as long as you have money, you have good self-esteem. But, you know, God forbid girls get away with that. But anyways, that's all I had to say on this topic. Let me know, please comment down below, because I haven't been getting any comments on my videos, and I love when you guys comment because it makes me, like, I don't know, it makes me feel good, obviously, and I read every single one, obviously, because not too many people comment on my videos, so I be reading all of them. And yeah, just let me know what y'all think about this situation. In my opinion, yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, I've just been running into way too many guys that have these big egos because they just hit the gym and went through puberty. Like, calm the fuck down. You didn't even make it to, like, you didn't even meet the final boss. You still at step 1. Anyways, I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.